Hi. I was just thinking, and I do that quite a lot. I am educated and I think a lot because part of what I do is I have to think before I do something, just in case I need assistance or it's something I just can't do, so why bother? But I've been thinking. Are you aware that there is a disability brotherhood? You know, I could be out in public, I see somebody in a wheelchair, and I will instinctively, A, try and figure out who they are. Do I know them? Especially when I'm looking at them from behind. You know, it's like, do I know that chair? Chair looks familiar, but anybody could buy that chair. Mind you, if you had the money to buy it. But that's another story. But anyway, I do spend time trying to figure out if I know that person. And then, for some bizarre, twisted reason, I'm actually trying to diagnose what their problem is. Now, do they have CP? Or is it MD? Spina bifida? SMA? Polio? I don't know, but all these thoughts go through my head when I'm staring at somebody in a wheelchair. I really don't know what goes through your head. I do know that some men, especially when I wasn't married, a lot of guys would look at me and go, oh, it's got 2 boobs, 1, 2. It's kind of small. Can she have sex? Nah, probably not. She's probably numb. But anyway, that's the kind of thought that most men think when they look at somebody, especially a woman in a wheelchair. Or they're probably thinking, ew, gross. But anyway, my brotherhood, you know, I mean, I will admit, if I don't know them and I know they're looking at me, I will give them acknowledgement. I go, hey, nice wheels. Oh, yeah, my friend's got that chair. Yeah, that's a good model. And what's even funnier is that some people, able-bodied people, would even approach me and say, hey, exactly what I just said. Nice wheels. Where'd you get them? You know, and it's like, you know what, this is not a car. I may treat it like a car, and I could probably buy a car with the money that I had to put out to pay for this thing. And yes, although sometimes the government does help, you know, it's still not free. You know, I mean, this is the other sad truth, eh? This chair, believe it or not, $15,000. As I got the invoice under here, but I can't read it because it's stuffed, covered up. But yeah, at least a minimum $15,000 for a wheelchair, something that is like necessary for me to get around. It's almost like blood. It's not a pair of fancy-wancy shoes. It's not something that, you know, I don't need. Now, if I want to get my ass out of bed, where am I going to put it? In a wheelchair. You know, God bless the man that invented it. And unfortunately, you're probably not around either. But if you are, you're probably rolling around up there. Regardless, you know, it's something that is needed. And yet, these people that make them charge an arm and a leg only because the government's helping out. Gee, I wonder what would happen. Just a thought. Don't want to scare any of my disabled friends. But what happens if the government didn't? Would the price go down? Or would they stop making them? I don't know. I really have no idea. But anyway, my brotherhood, my dear disabled peers and friends, you know, I just wish I could give you all a hug. But, you know, I don't know why we do it, but we do it. You know, and TTC drivers do it. They will acknowledge other TTC drivers. So I see nothing wrong with me going, yeah, hey, to somebody else in a wheelchair. So until then, until we meet, Take a hug. Ooh, and fishy face. Nice little kiss to all my brothers in the disability world. The true blue brothers. Not the wannabes. To all you guys with cats and crutches, you don't belong. Get out.